It's a common misconception that the movie with the most votes wins Best Picture at the Oscars. Well, that's not exactly how it works these days. In this video, I'm going to talk about how a movie wins Best Picture and what that process actually looks like. Hey, it's Ryan here with a little bit of movie talk. Today we're talking about Oscar voting and how a movie actually wins Best Picture. First, a little background. Before 2009, the voting system was simply vote for your favorite film, and the movie with the most votes won. But when the Best Picture category was changed in 2009, and the number of possible nominees was raised to 10, there was fear that with so many nominees, a movie could win with a very small percentage of the vote. If the Academy were really divided, it was a real possibility that a movie could win Best Picture with only 1,000 votes, even though at the time there were over 6,000 people voting. The Academy wanted more members to be able to weigh in on the decision, so they began using what is known as the preferential ballot. With a preferential ballot, all voters rank their choices for the winner in order of preference, and a film needs 50% of first place votes to win. After tallying all of the number one votes, if there still isn't a film that reaches that 50% threshold, they get rid of the film with the fewest number one votes and use their number two votes. And they continue to do this until there's a winner. Using the preferential ballot ensures that the winner has the most support across the Academy and is the most universally liked film. So that's a really brief explanation of why the Academy uses the preferential ballot and what it is, but how does it actually work? To explain it, let's walk through how an actual vote might go. In this scenario, to make it simple, we'll look at just the top 3 votes and we'll say that only 10 people are voting. And for an extra bit of fun, let's use some of the current nominees as examples. As a reminder, the winner needs to get over 50% of first place votes to win the Oscar. So in this scenario, since there are 10 voters, a movie needs 6 votes to win. At first glance, we can see that Belfast has a lot of first place and second place votes. It might seem obvious that it should be the clear winner, but let's go through the process and see what happens. With a preferential ballot, we start by looking at first place votes. Belfast clearly has 4 votes. The Power of the Dog has 3 votes, Dune has 2, and King Richard has 1. Because there isn't a movie that has the 6 necessary votes to win, we need to go on to the next stage. The film that has the fewest first place votes, which in this case is King Richard, is now no longer eligible to win. So now we cross out King Richard and go to the second option on that list. Now, Belfast has 4 votes, The Power of the Dog has 4 votes, and Dune only has 2. Still not enough votes for anyone to win. So we repeat the process. Now Dune, because it has the fewest first place votes, is ineligible to win. So we cross out Dune and go to the second options of those voters. Now Belfast has 4 votes, and The Power of the Dog has 6 votes. Because 6 votes is all a movie needs to win, The Power of the Dog is the Best Picture winner. And that is how the preferential ballot works. But let's go back a little bit. Let's look at Belfast. It had more first place votes than The Power of the Dog, and just as many second place votes. Because it's ranked higher on ballots, doesn't that mean that Belfast should win? I mean, that makes sense, right? Well, if we were rewarding the highest ranked film, then yeah, I'd agree. But what the Academy is trying to do is award the film that is most universally liked by all Academy members. A better question to ask that gets to the heart of this is, which film do voters prefer? I'm gonna pause right here for just a sec. If you're enjoying this video, I'd love it if you hit that like button so that this video can spread to more people. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, back to the ballot. So the question we're asking is, which film do voters prefer? If we look at voters who thought Belfast was better than The Power of the Dog, we see that 40% of voters thought that it was. But if we look at how many thought The Power of the Dog was better, we see that 60% of voters ranked The Power of the Dog ahead of Belfast. This indicates that more Academy members thought The Power of the Dog is more deserving to win. And that is the beauty of the preferential ballot and why it's used. It might not be perfect, but it accomplishes what it's supposed to. choosing the most liked film. So this obviously wasn't a real scenario, and I'm by no means trying to predict the winner at this point. But hopefully this video was helpful in explaining just how the voting works for Best Picture and how important it is to have that universal appeal across the Academy. So which movie do you think has the universal appeal to win Best Picture this year? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.